sign of things to come at BYU in the Marriott Center. We are live in Studio B with your day-to-day BYU sports play-by-play. I'm Spencer Linton alongside Jarom Jordan. You didn't have to wait long to meet BYU's newest basketball signee. He is a four-star point guard. Elijah Crawford is making his BYU Sports Nation debut.
Yeah.
Elijah, welcome officially to BYU Sports Nation.
I'm excited. Thank you guys for having me.
Hey, it was good to give you the tour and show you around the studio, but how does it feel to be on the show officially as a member of BYU basketball?
Hey, it feels, I don't know, kind of unreal, man. But I'm excited. I'm ready.
Did Spencer seal the deal? Was he the one that really closed it for you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel like once I came in there, I was like, yeah, I had to commit.
That's awesome, man. Well, tell us more about kind of your journey to get to Provo. Obviously, Brandon Dunson is a major connection, having committed to Stanford. But what was it about your visit in BYU that really intrigued you?
I would say ultimately it just checked off all my boxes. It's a top 20 academic school. I obviously already had my relationship built with Dunson, and Dunson kind of anchored me in. And also with Coach Kevin Young, like I trust what he's telling me. I trust the process that I'm going to go through with him in terms of me just being a better college basketball player and him helping me being a pro.
How do you see yourself fitting in schematically with Kevin Young and Brandon Dunson and BYU basketball altogether?
I'll say, well, Coach Young, he's for sure going to implement the NBA offense into our offensive scheme. So it's going to be a lot of pick and roll, a lot of ball screen, stuff like that. And that's really what I excel at, in my opinion. Like coming off a ball screen, just my decision making, my preciseness, and yeah, that's how I feel.
I really liked watching your highlights. You're super smooth, as I mentioned, three-level scorer. You got a really nice mid-range game. Where do you pride yourself the most in what you can do with the ball in your hand?
I would say playmaking. My playmaking skill is very high. I can, coming off a pick, I can, pull up, make the shot, attack if I need to, or kick it out to an open teammate. And I would just say playmaking and my ability to score, I feel like that will have defenses on their heels. Which
guy or guys are your player comps?
I would say a little bit of Jamal Murray, especially in the mid-range game. Like, that's who I look at, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I can take that from him. Mike Conley, a few years ago when he was on the Grizzlies, not I wouldn't say old Mike Conley, but Mike Conley on the Grizzlies, he was really good, and he was a playmaker as well.
So young Mike Conley. You also mentioned to me when you were on your tour that you like some aspects of Donovan Mitchell's game. What do you like about what Spida Mitchell brings, and what do you try and emulate from his game?
Just, man, the way he plays, like he plays hard. He plays really hard. He's a dog, He can score at any time, but he's also like a player that can get his teammates involved and play make as well.
What was it about the visit at BYU that kind of sticks out for you in terms of obviously what you were told and what's here, but obviously you've identified academics as the thing that matters, like the overall experience of BYU. What else stuck out for you in addition to basketball?
I would say the facilities. The facilities were really nice. When I went up to the center and saw that equipment, and I was like, yeah, I feel like you guys are really invested into the basketball program, and that's a big plus for me.
Elijah Crawford is a new BYU basketball point guard. He recently signed and is officially committed to Kevin Young and the Cougars, brings some depth to that position, certainly behind Dallin Hall. How much did you know about BYU specifically before BYU began recruiting you?
I didn't know too much, but I have caught a few games last year. Like I caught the game when they played Kansas and upset at Kansas. And I also caught the Baylor game when they upset at Baylor. So I know what our guys are capable of, and I know what I will bring to the table to help us win next year.
It was a tremendous season, one where there was some overachievement. Some expectations are here now for BYU in the Big 12. How excited are you to play in the nation's best basketball conference?
Hey, I'm excited. I'm ready to get to it, man. I feel like it'll be great competition day in and day out, which will do nothing but help me as a player and help me develop as a young man as well.
Elijah, the coaching staff has talked about not only your playmaking ability, but the cerebral factor, how you see the game, the feel you have for the game. Where did that development come from, and when did you start to notice that the game was slowing down for you and that you were becoming a little bit of a chess player with the game?
I would say this year at Brewster Academy. Like last year when I went to Legacy, I was kind of like a combo. I could play on and off the ball, but this year I was like strictly on the ball, and Coach Smith just helped me tremendously in terms of decision making. Like we broke down film before, like he tells me what reads I need to make and stuff like that. So I feel like this year has been the biggest jump in my game, just strictly being a point guard and coming off of being a two guard kind of one combo. So I feel like this year has been the biggest jump for me.
And Coach Smith has been around for a minute, and he's produced now his second BYU Cougar with Charles Ubuo having played at Brewster as well.
Right.
Which is pretty cool. Okay, when do you plan on getting to Provo, and what are your expectations for yourself once you get here?
I plan on coming, I believe, the 2nd, because workouts start on the 3rd. So some expectations I have for myself, man. I just want to come in and be a leader early, prove to the coaches that they can trust me. And ultimately, I want to come in and just, come in with a winning mindset and do anything for the team to help win.
Elijah, on your visit, you had a good chance to look at the mountains and see the campus, and you mentioned the facilities and that those resonate with you. How do you feel about the geographical area overall and what Provo is?
Man, I feel like it's beautiful. Like I'm up here at Lake Winnipesaukee, and I feel like it's Lake Winnipesaukee has some run for his money up there in Provo. It's really nice up there. Especially with the snow in the mountains, that just blew me away.
Yeah, it's awesome. You'll love it, man. Be playing ball in front of the snow-capped Timpanogos and Wasatch Front here. It'll be awesome, man. In terms of college basketball, what are your goals? You mentioned pro basketball as well. Obviously, Kevin Young is a guy that's been at the highest level. What are your ambitions with this?
Ultimately, like when I'm done playing, I want to go to the league, NBA. That's my main goal.
Well, you got a head coach that was the top-paid assistant coach in the NBA, and Kevin Young. Now he's at BYU. Right. Certainly his connections can help in that regard. So how much of that factor impacted your decision to choose BYU and Coach Young?
That was a huge factor. Like from the jump, he told me not only did he want to help me get comfortable being a college player, but he wants to take my game to the next level and, help me become a pro. And I trust what he said, and I truly believe that he can do that for me.
And what do you think of the idea of maybe Chris Paul and Devin Booker showing up at BYU workouts to hang out with the guys?
Hey, man, I mean, it's exciting. I mean, to say none of the less, it's really exciting. Like, those are some guys I look up to, and, I try to look at their game as well. Like Devin Booker, his mid-range game, I love it. Chris Paul, the way he comes off screens and his decision-making is just unbelievable. And, I mean, I got a chance to Chris Paul actually coached against me, and I got a chance to beat his team when he was coaching.
Nice.
And he won that game, too. So I got a little history with Chris Paul as well.
That's awesome, man. Will you tell us more about the relationship with Brandon Dunson? Obviously, that matters a lot to you because you're coming here where he is.
Brandon, I actually have this note that Brandon left for me.
From Stanford.
When I was at Stanford. I don't know if you guys can see it. The light might be too bright.
Hey, it's glowing. It's that good.
Yeah, you can't really see it, but I read it. This is a quote that he sent me. He was like, "If it was easy, everyone would do it. It's been a long route here, but like I promised you, I want to coach you, and I'll find a way to get you on campus. Period. I've always told you from time to time, you are the most underrated player and the best point guard in the country, and I stand by that." So, me and Dunson, he's been recruiting me for about 2 years. So, over that 2-year span, we just developed a great relationship, probably one of the greatest relationships I had with a college coach since I've been in the recruitment process.
Wow. Elijah Crawford with us on BYU Sports Nation. How would you just sum up the last month of your life, Elijah, with the transition and now settling on BYU?
I would say one word I would describe it is blessed. I feel like God has just put me in a position to where I'm able to excel and do my best at life, basketball, and all categories, man. So I would say I'm blessed and highly favored by the Most High.
Hey, we love that around here at a private institution where you can worship, right, which is awesome. The last Elijah that played for BYU was also from Georgia, Elijah Bryant. He's still playing in Turkey, played with the Bucks, won an NBA championship. So I like the vibes of an Elijah from Georgia at BYU. How does that sound to you?
Sounds great to me, man. I'm coming up there. I'm representing Augusta, Georgia. So, I mean, it's going to be great. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be winning next year. Y'all just expect that from us.
Do you hit the links ever? You're from Augusta, Georgia, home of the Masters.
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple jet skis at the crib, so I go out on the lake sometimes, have some fun on the lake, get on the jet skis, go tubing every now and then. It's really fun.
There's more than just golf in Augusta, Georgia. It is Elijah Crawford. You're the show coming to Provo. What message do you want to send to BYU fans, along with what you were just saying, that expect us to show up and we're going to win? So what's your message to BYU fans?
Just buckle up and get ready, because next year is going to be a show. Next year we're going to be winning, and in 2 to 3 years, BYU will be a blue blood.
I love it. I love it. It's a new era, right, with Kevin Young, and we're so excited that you're going to be a part of it. Thanks for coming on the program, Elijah.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.